We back. We better than ever. What it do was popping. It's the undeniable, the reliable, the one and only. Get it? The one and only Trigger Trade Night. And I'm in the building, baby.
Before we go on, last week, we had an absence. We had Retro Champ come in and fill in, but we had an absence. Trigger, why wasn't you here last week, my brother?
Hey, listen here, cause I joined the greatest fraternity known to man, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Yo, yo, baby, to the good noobs.
That's subjective. That's subjective. That's subjective. That's
Whatever.
subjective. That's subjective.
Look,
Um,
achievement, baby, achievement.
Congratulations, my brother. We definitely proud of you here at the Beyond the Bell podcast. Your brothers, it's the boy Carlito the Cannon.
Gannon.
And y'all already know what it is. I ain't even gonna say who all we represent because at this point in time, it's episode 17. Y'all already know it's the Carolina Wrestling Cartel. But noticeable by his absence tonight, Mr. 211, Man of Steel _ BTB. Well wishes, get well soon, my brother. We had some unfortunate complications go on, so we're with you. Godspeed, my brother. Prayers up. But you already know, since you got this guy right here and you got me right here, y'all already know who this guy is.
Hey, and this your boy Blackout Jones, a historian, and you know what I always like to say: you got to do better.
Official Gots to Do Better t-shirts and merch coming soon. Official BTB tumblers coming soon. Label out. Official sweatshirts, hoodies, sweatpants, socks,
BTB,
chains,
everything.
Wristbands, bracelets,
BTB,
hats,
everything.
Oakleys, sun Ray-Bans. We got all of it coming. Soon.
Plates.
Once season 2 starts, the streets not safe. The streets not safe no more for none of y'all podcasts out here. We still gonna have love for y'all, but it ain't safe for y'all no more. You listen to this Beyond the Bell podcast. It's the best podcast on the planet. What's going on, my brethren?
Hey man, chilling, enjoying life.
Feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling great, feeling good.
How are you?
And as y'all notice, I wear this hat frequently. It says there's no saints without sinners. I wear this hat weekly as a reminder to all of our listeners, viewers, and anyone that supports, Beyond the Bell. We're not all perfect, and you can't be a saint, if you ain't never experienced a little sin. So, don't judge too harshly on yourself and the things that you had going on, and don't judge others too harshly because you never know. A lot of people thought Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, aka Love, was innocent of some stuff, and we're gonna talk about that towards the end of the show. But
Yes.
just reserve judgments on a lot of things because you never know who is what and where they at and what they doing. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Hey, I mean, you made a quick point about saints and sinners. I mean, everybody ain't perfect. I mean, speaking
shout out to Saints and Sinners. If you ain't never watched that show, hit up Hulu. Great show. Great dramedy. Well, actually, no, I ain't gonna call it a dramedy. There's a lot of comedy in it, but it wasn't a sitcom. It was a lot of drama. It was just, a lot of the stuff that was on there was kind of funny.
I mean, you gotta give praise to the JD Madonna.
Shout out to the Roblox head cat for finally becoming a member of the Judgment Day. That dude, he got the strongest jawline and head I've ever seen. My man is shaped like what's the joints that people collect?
You talking about
the Funko Pops? He's head shaped like a Funko Pop, dog. Bro. Tell me he not with a look. He got a look, especially back when he was not JD McDonough, but when he was the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin. He had a smaller body. His head was out here and his body was huge. Like Bevo Lottie got more head than he got body. But shout out.
He's the Judgment Day's version of Little Duval.
Big factuals.
Hey, but that boy.
Congratulations, though. That boy been putting in work.
Taking a lot of hits out the blue.
Taking a lot of cuttings. I ain't gonna say the other word that come in front of that. A lot of cuttings. But he is officially a member of the Judgment Day. Shout out. I'm ready to see the vest that they gave him. I want to see how the jacket was hard, right? I'm ready to see what it looked like. So we'll start with Raw then, since that's what happened. Speaking of the Judgment Day, did they get 2 new members this week? That handshake between mommy and what did
I
he
guess
say, Big Daddy D back in the day, and that's what he said they call him, Big Daddy
I'm
D.
not calling
Big
that
Daddy
man
D.
daddy, bro. I'm not calling that man daddy, bro. Like,
You know, Mr. Drew McIntyre.
yeah,
That
we can call him
handshake was a very telling.
telling
I'm
story.
I'm happy they finally pulled the trigger on the heel turn. Little drawn out, but to do it 2 weeks before War Games was
It was the
smart
right
because
move.
now you wonder, is it going to be 5-on-5? Is it going to be 5-on-4? Are we going to get that Team Ciampa versus Undisputed phone call and we don't know who the final member of Team Cody is until, you know, the 5-man advantage comes in? We don't know. So I like that. I like the placement of it. Triple H, of course, is going to be one of the best people to ever do any type of booking for heel turns because that was
He's
what he was for the
right.
majority of his career. But it's just with Drew, the speculation of the contract and then the whole title shot, not winning the title. Yeah, I actually felt like he should have won the belt more than I thought Shinsuke should have won the belt. But you know, that's neither here nor there because now he's officially a heel. He's officially aligned with the most dominant stable on the planet
Yeah.
now.
So then it goes to the revolving door of who gets jealous. I mean, we already saw it with Finn and Damien. Now you got Drew and Damien. Like, does
So,
Damien
and it's
hold on?
crazy because Damien has officially been named the leader for War Games. So is Drew gonna fall in line? Like we don't
It's too many
know
variables.
how layered this is gonna be. Is he joining
True.
Judgment Day? Is he just aligning with them to try and
Get the
take Seth
bloodline,
out,
killed off of him.
but also to take Seth out? Damien is money in the bank, and there's a lot of layers to be explored. So I like what they're doing,
Yeah.
but you know, War Games is definitely going to be a major. It's going to be better this year than I think than it was last year. Last year it was story driven. Like the match itself was one of the weaker War Games we've seen in the last couple of years, but the story there was phenomenal. This
Right.
year, I think the match, the JD is a phenomenal. Hold on, StreamYard. Don't start that. JD is a phenomenal seller.
Boop.
Finn is a phenomenal seller. Damien has been getting praise apparently backstage for the work that he's put in this last 2 years.
Gotten better on the mic, dog.
Everywhere. He's gotten better everywhere.
Like
this is
crazy.
This isn't what we thought when we saw that Punishment Martinez had signed with WWE. We thought he was just going to be a mid-carder, maybe a jobber. Nah, Damien is looking like he could be a world champ by this time next year.
Yeah.
War Games advantage match coming up this week. We don't know who's going to be facing off, but our options are Dirty Dom, JD, of course, now, Finn, and Damien versus either Cody, Jay,
Sammy, or Seth.
or Seth. I'm fine with any of those combination of matchups.
So Jay can't take another pin loss. So it's going to be.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to.
Yeah,
because the advantage is always a heel thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't want the faces to have an advantage. That's counterintuitive to them being faces.
Being faces, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got to work from behind.
Word of the week, counterintuitive. But it's gonna be, and the question is that going to be the main event?
I would hope so, especially if depending on who the fifth member is, if they wait until Survivor Series, whether they debut the night of.
Yeah. I'm with that. Of course, the speculation is Randy. Of course, but we don't know.
We don't know because CM Punk out here throwing trolls too. So
I'm so ready for
War Games to be done.
War Games to come and go, so the CM Punk thing can die where it is.
Because he was teasing the devil crap.
CM Punk will not be a Survivor Series. CM Punk will not be at Full Gear.
So you don't think he's the devil?
He will not be the devil under that mask.
It's Jack Perry.
We already talked about that.
Jack Perry, guess what?
AEW's done.
It is Jack Perry.
I said that a month ago now. Like when it started, I said if it's Jack Perry, you lose every bit of viewership that you're gonna get because I know that, and I know that they're saying that he's a pillar, but you can't have this be your hottest angle in your company, and then the payoff is Jungle Boy.
So what if Jack Perry and a lot of other people?
It's aces and eights all over again. Then, like nobody cares at that point.
It won't be Jack Perry. I do believe that whoever the devil is and whoever is with the devil, we are seeing them before our eyes.
You think we're seeing them already?
We already seen them already. We already seen them already.
Okay.
It's just it's lining up to basically, hey, these are the people. We don't know it yet, but it's
just in plain sight.
So Ibushi is officially all elite.
Yeah.
He's
all
officially.
Elite. Yeah.
Is the devil the next person they're claiming is supposed to be signing at Full Gear?
Unless it's Dolph Ziggler.
I think it won't be Dolph. He's under a 90-day compete clause.
That's what I'm thinking. It might be. Yeah. I'm thinking it might be Mustafa. That I don't know why.
He's 90 day too.
He's 90 day. When
everybody that got let go, everybody
when's 90 up though?
They're 90 days. Oh, at
this week.
World's End.
Well, no, Dolph didn't get released. Dolph's contract ran out. Dolph is a free agent.
They say, well, I've been hearing is 90. He's still 90 days.
Oh, is he 90? Okay.
Yeah.
When did they get dropped?
I think it ends.
Because I don't know
if it ends at World's End or not.
Because Matt Riddle was talking about his 90-day coming up here shortly.
Coming up shortly, and he was released around that time.
I think he's trying to go be a porn star or something, you know.
I mean, he whatever. But there's one name out there that we have not mentioned.
And who would that be?
I mean, I said this.
Okay, earlier. Their 90 days aren't up because they got released in like September, right?
Yeah. Okay, I said this earlier today, at work, where I was at earlier. But I wouldn't know how the dynamic would fit between this person and MJF. And I don't know if they were in MLW at the same time for it to make sense. I know the obvious is Adam Cole, but nobody's really said nothing about Sami Callihan.
That's not a good one though. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, really pull
I'm just throwing it out there. But Adam Cole, if you realize everybody that grows facial hair, something's up.
Something's up.
But
that's the AEW thing.
So I mean, so Adam's not going to be out much longer. I mean,
I think he's out. As from someone who's broken their ankle and has been out, I think Cole doesn't come back until like February, probably at the early.
Because I'm like,
he's still out.
But your devil has to make sense.
It's got to make sense.
Especially Jack Perry, it's not gonna make sense.
It's not gonna make sense. It's just not. At a certain point, you jump the shark, and that's jumping the shark. For anybody who doesn't understand that reference, go watch Happy Days when the Fonz literally got pulled behind a speedboat and jumped the shark. So for shows that you feel have gone beyond the point of how great they were and the point of no return, that's what jumping the shark is. If it's Jack Perry, that's AEW jumping the shark. Actually, AEW jumped the shark last night with that main event. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
I can see Blackout now. That's Jack.
Out of here.
Look, bro, look. You know what? I might have to ride to Charlotte this weekend and watch it with you just to see.
You may have to,
because if it's Jack Perry, we're gonna have to do a live reaction, bro.
We out of here. I'm not pulling on LeBron James and burning posters and stuff, but
yeah,
we out of here.
Look, don't worry about it. It's all right.
Are you all right?
We are out of here.
Dang,
it better not be Britt.
Are you all right? Because whatever that noise was not human.
Oh.
And it better not be Britt Baker either.
I mean, but if you had Britt Baker beating up Jay White, then you officially
understand the devil never laid hands on anyone.
It was the devil's minion.
Yeah,
it's the minions.
You never touched.
See, they're trying to make it. If the payoff don't match, I feel. I
feel not invested.
We've seen the devil. We've seen him.
What if it's Mercedes?
No. I'm out of here.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think there's I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's a name now that they can drop that's gonna make anybody be like, AEW, AEW, it's over with. Like it's just it's tough.
We'll get the AEW business later. Let's
We'll get the AEW business in a minute. We're still talking about War Games.
Raw. War Games advantage match. Who? We finished that.
Yeah. Xia Li, the Xia Li push.
I think it's going.
I love it. I love it.
Long time.
We're long time coming. But where can we go with it? Is the question. Like, is she gonna be an Asuka where she's a threat? She's a champion. Like, long term, is Xia Li somebody they're gonna build the division around?
No, I know what she's gonna be. She's gonna be the female. She's gonna be the NXT version of Nakamura.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Because they're not going to take that belt off of as Mr. 211 would say, the Bird Lady. I think that's what he called her.
Yeah, the Bird Lady. Yeah, Lyra. Yeah,
they're not.
Because they got her.
They're not going to take that belt off right away.
I think they're trying to establish her a little bit more, especially Xia. I mean, Zaya's grown. Like, seeing from where she was, especially with the protector, thing. I'm like, we see how that didn't work out, and I was like, okay,
she's on her third gimmick, basically.
Yes, like the hardcore, like, I'm not taking nobody's crap, and then like the one kick of doom, I say, because I mean that's all it's taking. Like, everybody getting hit in their head, and the ref got to do a match stoppage because anybody can go no more. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess we are going somewhere here, but when you look at the fan reactions, I guess that's what kills me. Like, the main roster fan reactions, like, yeah. But NXT, like her segment on NXT recently, this past week, Tuesday, it's pretty straight. I liked it. I like the back and forth with the T, and if you don't take this, this means what I have to do to you is gonna be wrong. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
I think it's just depending on the fan base. I think NXT is more her lane. It's hard to connect with the main roster. Anybody that comes from NXT homegrown, it's hard to connect on the main roster, especially if you don't have a strong start, because it fades so quickly. And I think that's where we at with Xia Li. But I'm happy to see her push. Hopefully something comes out.
She's facing Becky Monday.
Yes.
So that lets you know kind of what they, what I mean?
What they expect
and what they think from her now, because this is Becky's era of putting talent over, but also still being over herself.
This is her Miz era.
So you know what? And we're going to talk about the Miz, because in order for you to say this is the Miz era, I think this Miz is in his 2015 John Cena era. Like, trying different moves, having match of the weeks. Because him and Ivar, listen, bro. First of all,
anger.
Let's give it up for Ivar, because
he out here eating.
Eric's injury might be the best thing, unfortunately, but that might be the best thing that happened for Ivar's career.
But he been doing that though.
He been doing it.
But Ring of Honor, he been doing it since Ring of Honor.
But the spotlight now is different,
bro. I'm telling you,
spotlight is different, because not only have you now gone week to week with Kofi, now you're going with Miz, and now you see they're about to build a program with him and Bronson. So, but once again, this is one of those times where I feel like a television championship would be beneficial. Because what's the program behind them just trying to figure out who's the best big man? That's cool, but give it some meat. Like, give it some meat on the bone. Make it mean something other than who's just the best big man.
Because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I love Ivar. Like, I've been felt like Ivar has been slept on.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who can learn from Ivar? Omos. Like, bro, if Omos can move like that, get some.
You know what? Actually, you know who I think Omos actually needs to be taken under their wing? I think Baron Corbin needs to spend some time with Omos.
Black, like, it's just no point. It's pointing over.
It's pointless.
Man, you either got it or you don't. And if you ain't got it by now,
you ain't gonna have it.
I don't know what to tell you. And you're in WWE.
I'm trying to think of somebody that I can battle that with,
who didn't have it and then end up getting
who didn't have it, and people said if you don't have it, you don't have it, and then they
Batista. Well, no, that's not the same.
No, because Tista had it once he joined Evolution. When he jumped Goldberg and broke his ankle, he started.
And I want people, and I want to be clear about this. I want to be clear, not transitioning from another organization and coming to WWE where you can be, where they can enhance your skill level. I'm talking about you being in WWE and you still not enhancing your level, your skill level.
Okay, you got me. I don't have nobody.
Well,
you got it or you don't. And unfortunately, because this would have been his big man era. He would have been the giant.
He would have been the Kane, the Big Show, the Taker. Like
he would have been that guy for the next 10 years.
Yeah,
he just can't move.
Brock would have put you over. Brock would have put him over.
Bro,
Brock would if Omos had it, Brock would have put him over.
Yeah, he would have put him over. Clearly,
like because we've seen Brock take damage, and
you just ain't got it, kid.
Just ain't got it, unfortunately. And it's crazy because like that still leaves only Bobby and Corbin as the big men for this era, and they're at that point where
they're getting out of the all right,
they're getting a little long in the tooth,
Right. and I think Bronson come in like the boy used to
look, they get a little long in it. I mean, let's just call a spade. Lashley still looks like 2005 Lashley.
Yeah.
But he's not 2005 Lashley no more.
Right. I mean, you're right. You're right. I mean, the boys take a little step back. Hey man, y'all got it. Y'all got it. I mean, Bronson, them boys can get out there, slap meat together,
But it's crazy though, because it's wild to think that Miz. How do I word this?
Would you say he's plateaued or he hasn't plateaued?
Saving yourself for your career in year 20 is wild. Like he's paced himself for 20 years to now be able to do what he's doing in year. Like think about that. Like that is unprecedented.
We seen in small spurts though, because he did it last year.
He used to do the springboard axe, but what we see Miz do now,
that man said, "Nah, y'all about
like
to
my man paced himself this entire stretch to be now like he's in that stretch now where they're outside of Seth."
You talking about for the Raw roster?
For Raw roster, not company wide, but for Raw roster, outside of Seth,
somebody who they trust,
there ain't a workhorse on Raw that's gonna be able to go out there consistently week after week after week after week and give a caliber of match like Miz just gave and be okay. Like there ain't another one on Raw right now.
Shoot, on the mic and in the ring.
On the mic and in the ring.
Mike Wise, he always been that dude.
Always been that guy. But now his ring is catching up to the mic. To where I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Would you go?
I would not be upset if he was the one to dethrone Gunther. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
I wouldn't be.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
I would you, sir. I'm
just saying that I think that'd be a new thing. I like that when we agree. Because I have another name too, and I think I mentioned him, but I'm gonna say it again in a minute. But I would, if Miz is gonna be capable of putting on matches the way he's putting on matches after what we've gotten from Gunther, I'm okay with Miz tying Jericho's record. I'm okay with it.
Because then at this point, just erase him out of the book.
I mean, and see, that's the thing. I wish it was his 10th reign that he was going for because it would add another element to the Gunther story. But I'm fine with it as well. Right. I still personally feel like it should be Jay. I think Jay should be the one to get the rub from knocking off Gunther. From where he is now, there's only a couple of moves he can make to continue. I'm just think about it. You like that, right?
Hey, shut your mouth.
Look.
Shut them out.
There's only a couple of things that he could do to continue that upward. And beating Gunther would be one of them things. And now, if he does it, Mania, Jimmy and Jay, another element to their match. I don't know.
Time,
I don't know.
By that
Wrestling.
time, I don't think Giovanni is going to be with him because I don't think we're going to see Giovanni.
Oh, he's crazy
much
because he turned on he he gave Giovanni his praise Monday, but then he looked at Kaiser and was like, "But you."
Yeah, this guy.
I like the dynamic. I think they're just teasing the descent to get him to give Gunther that space where we'll see them tagging more and not see them with him as much for his Royal Rumble or his Mania. Because I'm gonna be honest, I really hope we get the Brock match. If we don't get the Brock match, I want him winning the World Heavyweight title at Mania, though.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I'm fine. Look, I'm fine with it either way.
Either that,
if Brock want to put him over at Mania, I'm fine with it.
Or bump it, yeah. Him and Brock, they get the singles match, and you put LA Knight in there. LA Knight get his championship run until it's time for them to go to Germany.
Because I'm saying you can give Gunther his run till SummerSlam, and then you finally crown LA Knight. If LA Knight don't win the run, y'all know this is we're about to enter my favorite stretch. Y'all know that post Survivor Series season entering Rumble season is my favorite time as a wrestling fan. Like that is the can't miss era of Monday night and Tuesday night and Friday night.
Because it's building up the anticipation.
Yeah,
it's there.
It's like it's just bubbling. It's bubbling. But War Games should be War Game. I'm ready to see what the rest of the match card is gonna be. Because we got so far we got the men's War Games. I know we're gonna end up with the women's War Game, especially now that Asuka has joined Damage Control.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild. Because are we about to get a rerun of the Black Lotus? You know, they did it on the Indies. Well, I'm sorry, not on the Indies. They did it on the developmental in WWE. Then they did it in Lucha Underground. Are we going to get it on the main roster now? Because you got Kyrie, you got Io. Hey! I don't know why. But good. Now you see how I feel. We got Kyrie. Oh, damn it. We got Kyrie. We got Io. We got Asuka.
Yeah.
And they're saying that the next person that's coming in, nobody will see it coming. Not even their closest allies, being Bayley and Dakota. Which I'm gonna be honest, I'm fine with Dakota going with them and leaving Bayley dolo if they want to do that.
Well, that's what I was about to ask you, bro. So I was like, with the situation between Kari and Bayley, I'm like,
I'm cool with Bayley going though, because it's about, so we're at that point now to where Bayley's heel run has completely become stagnant. Like it's just Damage Control has done what it's supposed to do. It got Io over.
Right.
Like Dakota, unfortunately, has been injured. I think they were going to use it as a vehicle for both of them, but them knees just ain't no good. I don't know what it is about them UK wrestlers and them knees, but her and Tegan.
But Tegan doing all right now. Okay.
Fun now.
Yeah, she's doing all right.
Tegan is the WWE Anthony Davis. She gonna give you a good look, and then she gonna be playing clothes again soon.
Could we see Xia Li?
So it's weird because remember, it was 3 Japanese and a Chinese wrestler. So it could look. It could. I'm fine with that.
Hey, that'd be dope.
But the question though then becomes, how do you even book that? Like, how do you book a women's stable in WWE? So who's the tag team who are the 2 singles for wrestlers and who's talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's talking?
Who's talking? Because
that's the part. Or do they even need to talk?
I don't even think they need to talk.
They get the Shinsuke Nakamura subtitle,
yeah. What if you have Shinsuke manage them? And now you have Shinsuke, doing his dark subtitle-y joint, and you have them in the background. You have Xia cutting her steel. Dog.
That'd be
Dog.
mean.
That would
mean.
dog.
Bro, y'all,
Yeah.
hey,
We don't know. Hey, we here at the Beyond the Bell podcast. We don't know wrestling. We don't know booking. We just be out here throwing stuff at the wall
That'd
and
be
hoping it sticks.
mean.
You know,
hey, what can they do though? What can they do though? Y'all already know they can
whatever,
like,
whatever
follow,
they
and
want.
subscribe.
Like, follow, subscribe, share. You can steal the ideas like Tony Khan has stole a couple of our ideas because we know he watches. Like, I'm just saying, we do
We lit.
we do what we can.
We lit tonight.
Those that do those that can't teach. We do and we teach here at Beyond the Bell podcast. That's all. But I would love that idea. But like I said though, so okay, with the tag team division for that, would it be Asuka and Kyrie again? And then you have Io Solo and Zaya Solo.
I think
it could be a combination. It could be
we'll switch it up.
Freebird rule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Switch it
Which
up.
is why they should have never gotten rid of the NXT women's tag titles. They could have just had both sets of tag titles and ran the main roster and NXT.
True. Because we don't know.
And now we're at the point where I feel like they're treating the NXT women's title as the mid-card title for women. Like it's their Intercontinental US title. Because with Becky holding it and now Bird Lady holding it, we don't know who's next. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be Lola Vice or Jade. Bro, her absence has been felt the last 2 weeks. Like I'm ready to see her again.
It's keeping people want more because I know I've been like, damn man.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have her touch nobody till the Rumble.
That's what me and Black was talking about before we came on.
And then I have her be this year's Iron Woman and go nuts. I have her eliminate 12, 13 people.
Yeah.
I have her eliminate Nia by herself on some Cesaro Big Show body slam over the top rope joint, and then she can get thrown out. She shouldn't have to be in the ending. But you got to use this as a vehicle.
And whomever throws her out, that's where we'll start the feud.
That's the feud.
Yes,
that's absolutely the feud.
Yeah.
And you know what though? But they've missed the wave on it a couple of times. That's like AJ's debut in the Rumble. We didn't get the KO feud with him for like a year and a half. That's who threw him out of the Rumble. I was thinking that was going to be the Mania feud, and then they went with Jericho. They missed the train on that. That should have been his first big feud. Because that AJ Chris Jericho feud.
Because there's so many variables in winning the Rumble. Like, it's so many variables.
That's my favorite pay-per-view. The Rumble has always been my favorite pay-per-view. It's my favorite match. It's my favorite gimmick match. It's, next to the Punjabi prison match. And I know what y'all listeners are saying. Understand, hey, I know it ain't perfect. But I love Carlito Cannon loves the Punjabi prison match. Yes, I think the concept was there. The execution was just always flawed because they never had the proper wrestlers in there. Big Show and Undertaker in a double cage structure. No, Batista pulled off that jump, and it was like, oh, and then he won the match. But they didn't have the right wrestlers. That should have been a match for a cruiserweight to come in and go nuts, or the Bollywood boys.
Until you have somebody impaled by
one of them doors. Yeah, hey, listen, bro. That was the risk you run because the doors were closed. I remember Big Show had his hand there.
Because listen here. Look, get impaled if you want to.
Shout out to Lamar Jackson for the touchdown. I am leading my fantasy football. Man, listen, fantasy has been up and down this year for me. I went on a 4-win stretch, and then last week I lost every matchup. 3 fantasy leagues and a fantasy basketball league.
Bro, everybody always getting hurt, bro.
Everybody was getting hurt. You know what? This has actually been my better year. Now, I did lose Nick Chubb in the beginning of the season, and I lost Diggs, which, that's my curse. Blackout. I remember when I brought Blackout into the fantasy football league, and I told him I'm cursed. He didn't really believe it. No, I'm really cursed. Like, I'm going to lose one of the top. If I have a top 5 player, I'm going to lose them in a season. It happens every season. But Lamar with, they're going crazy on Cincy right now. Okay, Lamar with the 186 passing yards and the 2 TDs and the 4 rushes for 20. Let's go. I mean, I rock with Joe Burrow. I would love to see Joe Burrow get a title before he retires. Just so I can see them get the gat on the field. I want that LSU get the gat to get ignorant on the field.
He might get it.
I think he might get one. They still got to up that line, and that defense is still suspect. But
yeah, like my Denver Broncos.
Shout out to the Broncos for pulling off the upset.
Yeah,
we didn't talk. We didn't get a chance to talk. Shout out. Look, and Russell was running around on the sidelines like that was they Super Bowl, boy. Like, yeah, we beat the Bills. What's good? Like,
and Bills 5-5.
5-5, dog. Like, where's the Josh Allen disrespect? The way that all these other top tier quarterbacks get disrespected.
It ain't happening, bro.
Because he's their next chosen golden boy. I really believe like if he get it should be Pat Mahomes, but he's half black, and as we know.
Well, first of all, a couple of years. He made about him not washing his drawers, and then he wear the same drawers.
Hey, bro, no, you don't mess up the juju, bro. I'm sorry. Everybody has had a. I didn't wash my practice jersey.
But that's different.
I mean, hey,
bro.
It's the juju. When you figure out what works. I didn't watch, and I'm not saying it was the juju, but. My freshman and sophomore year, I was at Independence, and we rattled off 109 straight over a 4-year stretch. So I'm just saying,
my dude, that's
black. You remember when Independence was going crazy?
Independence,
bro. That's your draws. That ain't your shirt. That's your draws.
That's dog. You don't rock. You don't.
Like, where do you even put that?
That man got $500 million and 2 Super Bowls. I'm not gonna question that. I can't question nothing that man doing.
Yeah.
Look, I can't question nothing that man doing. I'm trying. Look,
if it worked for him, then
it make you wonder. Like, am I washing my drawers too much? Like, am I focusing too much on laundry? Like, look. What are you like? What am I doing wrong?
Look, I'm having too much sleep.
Look, but hey, and shout out, and we're gonna talk about it real quick. Shout out to Draymond Green possibly getting signed to AEW very soon, because that chokehold.
He's not coming to AEW. This guy.
I didn't mean to fall.
This guy.
I didn't mean to fall.
This guy.
Yo, it was by accident.
We're at 37. Yep, that is a real. Y'all will be. That's a real, dog. I gotta cut that. That's a real. 37 minutes.
I leaned too far back. That was my
37 minutes, bro. That's a real, dog. That is the breadcrumbs that Chris Van Vliet be talking about. That is the breadcrumbs right there, bro.
Hey, it was that Jody.
Look. Yeah, call for your mama.
Yeah, call for your
mama. Call for your mama.
Call for your mama. Yeah.
Look, that was that Popeyes biscuit chokehold right there, bro. Because he wanted to choke go back out. Look, go back. Help me. No. And then did you hear Draymond talk to Charles and them afterwards?
No, I didn't.
There was no sympathy. He said, listen, I mean, that man, he was like, yo, he did cry on national TV after he didn't make an All-Star game.
That is true.
Is that when Shaq had put Charles in the headlock?
Oh no, that was listen, I'm mad they never really threw hands. Like that one punch that Shaq had threw, if it would have landed, night.
Yeah.
Night.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Charles do got a strong jaw. Look like
he do. Yeah, he got a big head. So
but Charles had them
thumpers too. It's wild because going back and looking back at his highlights, I see why he was as impressive as he was to that generation. Like going back and rewatching the round mound to rebound.
Yeah,
dog was on a mission. If he wouldn't, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Unfortunately for him, he didn't have that 93 team when Mike retired and Houston was going crazy because he could have got one.
Baby.
I mean, it's Hakeem, the most disrespected top 15 player probably in league history.
Well, people don't understand that Kobe, Dwight, a lot of these big men, Shaq, learn from the dream.
They learn from Hakeem. That feet work, But you know what though, and that's what's missing. But you know what though, and I'm gonna give Joel Embiid his props because I actually watched the 76ers game last night. He's impressive. When healthy,
His
Embiid is
footwork is
impressive.
crazy.
Yeah.
I will say this. Unfortunately, if Milwaukee don't pull it together, this might be Boston's year. I don't see nobody's the way they playing and the way Tatum is feeling himself.
Bro, they always do that every year though.
They do, but this year it looks different on them. Like last
They
night,
look grown.
they look grown now. Like the growing pains came, and I think Drew brought a different level of grit because he's a champion. That championship experience is different.
I think getting rid of Marcus too just kind of
Yeah,
cleared it up.
yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, because he's like a Pat Bev. He brings the disruptor mentality,
Yeah.
but that's not championship basketball. Every team needs it, but if that's your focal point, you're not. You know what I mean? So it's definitely different seeing them play, and Jalen is at that point. Jalen got half a Billy. He don't care. He's just out there
off,
having
but
fun.
bro, he's shooting set shots.
Set. Al Horford out there just like
Al
hey,
Horford.
just Al Horfording.
Just Al Horford. Yeah.
Look, that's a verb. Al Horfording.
What you doing, Al Horfording?
That's it.
That means giving you a quiet 13 and 6.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still making buckets.
But that Tyrese Maxey boy.
Hey man, Maxey got that dog in him, dog.
Hey,
Tyrese Maxey.
let's talk about it, bro.
Y'all need once y'all get rid of Tobias contract next year.
Y'all got
Y'all got some money. Yeah, because he's paying like 30. No, Tyrese already got paid. So he's good. They just that 34. Oh, he hadn't gotten paid yet?
Y'all gotta pay that man. Y'all gotta pay that man.
You know, Tobias averaging like 21, 22 a game.
That's cool, but he don't show up in the playoffs.
No, he don't. But he knows
he's supposed to be y'all third piece.
He know he got to make it this year because he know he been lackluster these last two.
Now, and that 34 million comes off the books next year.
Yeah,
like this is his contract year.
I think the steal for us is that Kelly Oubre guy.
If prayers up, speedy recovery to Kelly Oubre, like having Kelly a career year and then gets hit by a car. Like, I mean, maybe did he have something to do with that?
Luckily, he only got a couple of broken ribs and what else?
Yeah, that was it. But he showed back up in the facility the other day.
Hey,
yeah, he back. Yeah, he's just it's just gonna take some time.
Better than losing your legs.
Yeah. Hey, he couldn't. Never mind. I'm gonna chill.
But we are. You know, I hear the rumors with the Lakers. You know, who the other person that they may need.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't know, because if Zach LaVine comes to LA, I'm gonna not watch the rest of the season. We don't need him.
Yeah, we don't. No, we don't. Like, I think we're good with what we got right now.
I don't even think. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think we good with what we got right now either. But we definitely don't need to add him. We definitely don't need to add Zach LaVine.
I mean, like we good for this season. Like we don't look. We gonna roll with what we got. We roll with what we got.
Right.
Other than that. Honestly, because I'm tired of the constantly changing, and like we get one piece. Oh, it worked for the second part of the season into the playoffs. The next thing you know, the whole team is crap again. The next season,
LaVine has only played a full season one time his whole career.
Let somebody say, yeah, let's get Lonzo Ball back.
You know what? I will say this: Gabe Vincent being hurt right now is definitely noticeable, and Austin Reeves getting that money is definitely noticeable. Now he's had a couple of spurts these last 3 or 4 games, but
man, that money weighing him down, bro.
That money weighing him down, bro. And it's crazy. It's like
weighs you down.
He's like Zeke. It's like when these dudes get paid and they get paid.
Hey, Zeke messed up the game.
Zeke got paid and went from all pro to maybe in the XFL next year. Like,
he XFL.
Bro.
Hey,
look, he got fed, and I hope he saved.
I hope he saved something, because I mean the biddies he was having in his room. I hope he wasn't breaking them off none, because.
You know, they say them Ohio State boys is different, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Oklahoma. I'm sorry. Wait, no.
Ohio State.
He's Buckeye.
Yeah, he's a Suckeye. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the shade.
It's
Jesus.
look, listen.
Shots fired.
Tennessee hates everybody. Volunteers hate everybody. Like they hate everybody.
No.
Sound like they hate her.
No, the SEC hate everybody.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care. Like I got friends that are Notre Dame fans, and I'll cuss them out. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like we'll never play each other. I still don't care.
Like the commercial, like the commercial that be coming on.
No pun intended, but I'm gonna say no pun intended. The SEC, hey, look, we're better than you, and you know it.
Look, care what you think.
I don't care what you think. Like it just that's why teams move to the SEC. Like they try to come to the SEC. There's a reason for that.
With all these teams moving next year,
I'm gonna be honest with you. They probably just go ahead and get rid of probably 2 whole conferences, and just
it's gonna make playoffs.
So we're moving to the top 10 next 12 next year. Is that next year or the year after next?
No, it's next year.
I felt like it should have started top 10 off the rip. Like that top 4 was stupid. I felt like it should have been top 10. Best team wins.
The thing about the top 4 is, and this is what was funny. Like I listened to this one guy, and he hates the fact that it's going to a 12 team. He loves the 4, but this is my issue with the 14. And this is the one thing the NCAA didn't want. You have 4 teams, but you have 5 power conferences.
Yep. Somebody was always going to be left out.
Just imagine the one thing they never wanted, but it never happened. You have all 5 power conferences with an undefeated squad, with an undefeated team. Then what?
Somebody got to lose.
So somebody got to sit out, but that's the thing. Make it a 12 team, and then somebody's going to complain about the 12 team too. But
I mean, people. When don't people complain about anything? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I like 12 team because that's like me personally. I like 12 team because of the years where TCU was going crazy and they're getting overlooked, and UCF they're getting overlooked. Then let's see what you really about.
It can't be March Madness, okay?
You know what I mean? Now, because there's a couple of years my Cowboys would have done. Oklahoma State would have done some work. I ain't saying they would have won, but if it was opened up to 10 teams, there's a couple of years Oklahoma State would have made some noise.
That Dez Bryant year,
Dez Bryant year.
Yeah,
we would have made some noise.
Yeah.
Hey, Desi,
and you know what? I would have been fine with it, especially because y'all remember the Boise State. Boise. I would have been fine with it during them days because if you were the best, I'm sorry. I've always believed if you're the best, it happens.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it.
And that TCU squad that got jumped by Florida State that year, that TCU squad
was nice.
With that QB they had, yeah.
So let me see. What's the top 10 right now? Let me see what the top 10 rankings are right now.
So you got Georgia, Ohio State,
Colorado Michigan, ain't nowhere near there.
Nigga, top State, Colorado,
Washington, Oregon.
Look, we don't even talk. You see, we went to talking about Colorado Weekly to who?
Bro, they're just a coach.
So let me just clarify why I said what I said last week on the "You Got to Do Better."
Okay, go ahead.
With Dion, when I said he's not a head coach, he's a motivational speaker. The reason why I said that is because
that was tough.
The way that you demoted your offensive coordinator, who was not the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Your offensive line is the issue. The defense itself is the issue, but you didn't demote the defensive coordinator, because that's your boy, Charles Kelly. Yeah, I put his name out there.
That's your guy.
Charles Kelly. The same guy that was the safeties coach for Alabama last year. You know how that turned out. Everybody had a 4th of July party on their secondary. And that's what didn't make sense because everybody has such respect for Sean Lewis, who was the head coach at Kent State for 4 years. That did pretty good at Kent State. And you make him leave his head coaching position to come to Colorado as the offensive coordinator and you demote him?
Yeah.
That's why I said what I said last week.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. I ain't gonna lie.
That's not that. I agree with that. I can definitely feel that. I know one thing Michigan better enjoy this year because
next year,
next year maybe the year after that too, boy. Look, they about to get that. Look, they about to get that All-American. That death sentence might be coming because It is.
Tax man is
we
coming.
get that 2 years. You know, NCAA take forever, but
They do.
I give it 2 years.
They better enjoy this year.
Yeah,
they better enjoy this year. Top 10 we looking at right now though, and this is why I'm also a proponent for top 12 because like with Penn State, one of your losses. I mean, let's be honest. One of your losses was to Ohio State. That automatically knocks you out the top 10. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's a tough
wiggle. Come on, man.
And you only lost by 8. Like you lost 20-12. It's not like Ohio State ran over you.
I mean, if I got beat by like 40, 30.
So that's like when they beat they beat Iowa. Iowa was number 24 at the time, which of course, but they beat them 31-0. When you lose like that to another top 10 opponent, okay,
you dropping like
out of top 10.
Slots.
But the drop off is ridiculous for teams like a Penn State. Now, of course, to be fair, they don't play a lot of high caliber teams. Yeah. They lost to Michigan. So your 2 losses are to the 2 people that beat you were both ranked number 3 at the time they beat you, and you're out of the top 10.
The problem
when you have Oregon State, creeping up, like I just don't understand.
This is the issue with Penn State.
Okay.
This is not just a 1-year thing.
It ain't.
This is several years now that James Franklin has been at the helm of Penn State, and you cannot beat Michigan and Ohio State. So what the committee is going to look at, they're going to look at it as, well, you're just the same old Penn State.
Yeah.
Why do we want to award you when you keep doing this year in and year out against the two biggest teams?
So and this is what my issue is with the committee though. Missouri went from 14-9 in the span of a week because they beat Tennessee. Now, mind you, they beat Tennessee 36-7. They were 1 above, but that doesn't catapult you. That don't catapult you top 10.
Since we on here right now, let me talk about that Tennessee-Missouri game, and let me talk about that head coach of Missouri's, Eli Drinkowitz. You want to sit here and you want to come out after the game and do it the lame way, going to try to tell Josh Hyper we stand on business. What business? That you done got boat raced by Tennessee 3 years in a row. Let's see, 2020 35-12, 2021 66-24. I think 2000 whatever it was, you got beat 66-24, 26, whatever. In other words, we outscored you like 170 points to trash. And you get your one little win because you finally, after your 3-4 years at Missouri, you got a team that's actually over 500. Get out of here with that. Don't ever talk about standing on business, which you ain't even have. Hold on. Don't talk about standing business, which you ain't even had no business anyway to begin with.
Hey, and look, and I want y'all to understand, he didn't have the scores in front of him. This is the historian, and we call him that for a reason. That's why. Bro, listen. Hold on.
Because you mad because we put 66 on you last year in the last couple of minutes or last couple of seconds.
That's why we call this.
Guess what? At the end of the day, it's my job to score, and it's your job to stop me.
Hey, I mean, he's talking that talk, but
that's from the great one. That's from the great one, Jimmy Johnson, when he was with the Miami Hurricanes.
I just don't like that a team like Missouri, because they're SEC, they catapulting. Because let's be honest, if it comes down to it, they're not beating Texas.
Oh no,
they're not beating Texas. They're not beating. I'm gonna be honest, Missouri. If they finish top 10 this year, they're not beating Texas. They're not beating. They might. I'll say this: Missouri might catch Oregon slipping. Might. Louisville's a toss-up, maybe, but that's about it. They're not touching a top 4 team. They're not touching the top 5 team. Washington is going to surprise a couple of people this year. They're not going to win it all, but no. They're gonna surprise a couple of people this year. I could see them, because what do they got left? They got Oregon State and Washington State. I could see them. See, Oregon State is in Oregon State though. I need Washington to go in there and wash Oregon State though. Like it's gotta be that 31-0 style. It ain't gonna happen, but that's what I need. And then Washington State, that's already a wash. So they'll finish. Washington could realistically run the table.
Okay.
But they gotta run it. They gotta run it back with Oregon.
They gotta run it back with Oregon. That's the key. And if they finish where they at 5 and 6, that's gonna be a match up.
That's gonna be.
I would love to see. I would love to see Texas win the national this year. It ain't gonna happen, but I would love for Texas football to become Texas football again. I remember the day that Vince Young stretch.
Yeah.
Like that was when that Friday Night Lights era of football is life in Texas. I miss that because that's like when the Knicks and the Lakers make the playoffs. It's good for college football when Texas is good. It's good for college football when Alabama's good. It's good for college football when Ohio State is there, when Georgia's there. It's good for college football when Penn State is there. If Ole Miss can somehow win out, because they dropped 4, but if Ole Miss can win out and finish top 10 this year, it's good for certain teams to finish the year top 10 just based off of name value alone.
Well, Ole Miss took that.
That hell of a loss.
Man, look, man.
Georgia.
They got
that 52-17 is not going to be it.
They got ran through. Hey, go ahead, get on up out of here, cuz. Y'all gotta go.
Get you back there, dog. Like, there's no way. Like, I think they're what?
8-2.
8-2, yeah.
They 8-2.
But so they are ranked what?
They're 13th. So that's what I'm saying. They could fit it depending on the last couple of, depending on these last 2 weeks, they could finish. But there's just Tennessee. They're a team where I wish they were a top 10, top 12. There's just certain schools, LSU. I just listen, I'm a Carolina boy, so I'm always gonna be a Gamecock fan. I don't ever want to talk about Georgia being a top power team. They're a power team. I don't want to talk about LSU being a top team, but it's good for college football when certain teams are there. This is why I still believe in my heart that Deion should have went. I don't think he should have taken a head coaching job this season. I think he should have went and joined Florida State's coaching team and sat there. They would have eventually gave him the keys to it.
I think that was his original plan, but he just decided
they didn't want him. But apparently Florida State didn't want him, which is crazy. And that's why I feel like he should have gone and got under that coaching tree and shown, hey, listen, I'm about the game. I understand. Because let's be honest, Deion paid his dues, but Deion ain't pay no dues. You know what I mean? Like, he left the way he left, and because he had, I'm gonna say at least one, he should have ran the table one more year
for Jackson State.
He should have ran it one more, like leave on that style of a note. Like, he left on a high note, but there was still another note he could have left on. But show them that you're not just a style recruiter. Because like you said, he's a motivational speaker. Kids want to come play with him because, hey, if Deion is our coach, we're going to get TV time.
But I think that's hard, though, because you got to worry about Shador not only putting another year on that scene, he gets to the main level, and his senior year ain't that. Like,
so this is the question, though. Did he do damage to his stock this year going to Colorado? Because, I mean, Shador's had some good games, but he's not a first round.
It exposed Shador more.
It did. It exposed him, but did it expose his weaknesses as well?
I think they was going to be exposed anyway because
regardless,
they didn't have the top talent there. Like, he doesn't have
that transfer portal. And it was like 140 or something like that came. That don't mean nothing.
That doesn't mean anything. Those guys were still their offensive line is terrible. The recruiting, he has to get recruits in there.
He's got to get
this year. This offseason is going to be. It's got to be. It ain't no. It's
absolutely. But that's like prime example. My fiance is an Aggie. Shout out North Carolina A&T Aggie pride.
She's Aggie.
Shout out to A&T. They left the MEAC and went to the CAA. They're playing schools like a Villanova and a Towson where your recruiting is the offensive line and the linebacker position. You can have all the skill positions in the world. Travis Hunter, skill player. You can have all the skill positions in the world. But if you don't recruit for your conference, if your linemen aren't because let's be honest, He's missing a couple of those 306-pound burly white offensive linemen that move boulders and cut grass. He's missing those guys. That's where he's exactly. His linebackers are weak. That play and we gotta call a spade a spade. Trav, you gotta pick a side, bro. Because realistically, one of them losses, and I'm not gonna say which loss, but one of them losses is on you, bro.
Oh, I know which one. Can I say it?
I know. Go ahead and say it.
Stanford.
That Stanford loss is on you, bro.
Definitely.
Don't shoot the messenger.
13 catches, 293 yards, all in the second half.
In the second half? And the game-winning touchdown on you in OT?
That's ridiculous.
Pick a side, bro. Because you're doing more damage to your draft stock because they can't zone in on your greatness when they need to know which side of the ball they're gonna play you on. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some games, some downs, cool. All game, every game, no.
Because everybody's gonna know your set, everybody's gonna know your scheme. They gonna know, all right, well, we're gonna double Trav. And like I said, bro, like you really gonna have to overperform in those moments because it's gonna show if you great or not. And if you can't get out of double,
because at best they can finish 6-6 this year. At best, they got Washington State and Utah left.
Yep,
I mean, they not beating Utah.
They're not beating Utah in Utah when Utah is ranked top 25. That's not happening.
Honestly, I see them losing the rest of the games this year. Honestly,
damn. But it also, like for instance, they have a linebacker by the name of Jawan Mitchell, right?
Mm-hmm.
He went to Texas and then he transferred to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to Colorado. And he doesn't look like the same player, man. Sometimes it's the coaching, man. Sometimes
it's
like I've had conversations with people where they're like for Tennessee, for instance, I had a conversation with a guy and he was like, "That's why we know we need to get 4 or 5, 4 stars and 5 stars." I said, "Man, but if you ain't got no coaching behind that, it doesn't matter how many stars you have.
Right?
You have to have a coach that can show you the way.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So it's all about coaching at the end of the day, man."
I mean, so I look at it like this, and as somebody who played ball, I mean, all of us, we've all played organized sports. They say it starts at the top, but no, really, it does not. When you're looking at your receivers coaching, when you're looking at your special teams coaching, when you're looking at it starts at the bottom.
True, very true.
Being a receiver, I played receiver and corner, then I moved to safety and middle linebacker. When I tell you my coaching tree was so in depth, it starts there though. And I don't feel like he has, like you said, keeping his boy on, which I mean, when you in that position, that's kind of why you get to that stuff. That's why you get to that position so you can do things like that. But you have to look at the bigger picture. But Colorado as a whole was not ready for the amount of publicity they got this season. And they weren't ready for this schedule. The late games,
killing them.
Shador went from playing at 3:30 in the afternoon back-to-back weeks to playing at 10 o'clock at night. That's a different game. I'm sorry. That's like going from JV to varsity in one day. And then you in Mile High. Colorado is known as Mile High for a reason.
Bro, you got to play different. You got to be different. Plus, you're getting banged up because
your conditioning has to be different.
Stop running out the pocket and turning your back and getting sacked every 2 to fucking 4.
He's taking because you called it right. He is Shador, and I'm gonna tell you, Shador is doing the Dak Prescott math of the quarterback right now. He is holding on to that ball way too long sometimes.
You got to make.
I understand that you can try. You got the ability to make a play.
You ain't got to make a play every play.
But they gonna kill you in the league. They chomping at the bit. They like, I hope he come out next year. I hope he come out.
Because that's why Deion said, "Oh no, y'all ain't going nowhere this year.
Yeah, going nowhere.
You bet not."
I mean no disrespect when I say this, and I'm not talking about him as an individual. I'm talking about him as a player. Shador's not ready for the Pac-12, really, not yet.
He can be probably next year. He got a lot of training
next year with the recruiting and a full off season of focusing only on Pac-12 style football. It's hard to come from an HBCU to go to a power conference and immediately pick it up. It's just not.
You have to understand, there's no more Pac-12 now. You got to get ready for Big 12.
Big 12.
Yeah.
I mean, in this year right now alone, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 teams in the top 25. Shador wasn't gonna do nothing against
And
that.
honestly, after Oregon whooped that tail, we could see the motivation
Yeah.
gone.
And then the whole UCLA, robbing the locker room. First of all, that's not the first time his locker room's gotten broken into and robbed. It happened when he was at Jackson State. So to going out, man, they gotta be held accountable.
Well, they caught the boys.
They caught the UCLA guys or they caught the Jackson State guys?
No, the UCLA guys. It was some
Did they?
young teenage boys. Yeah. Deion made a comment about it. He said, "Let's not crucify the boys." He said, "Whatever actions got to be done, let it be done. But otherwise than that, let's not crucify them."
I mean, well, hey, like the historian said, he's a great motivational speaker.
He is. Because it's hard to get your guys like back into it, like especially like when they feel like. I don't say Deion go out there and bash them. But sometimes he do be sneak dissing. But
he be sneak dissing. He does. He does. He does. He does. Speaking of great motivational speakers, we're gonna segue off into NXT because Chase U had the shortest NXT tag team title run in history.
Cheaters!
I'm happy for Harlem Bravado, aka Andre Chase, for getting some because he's featured in a story now.
Yeah,
loving it, but I don't care about another Tony D story, let alone title run.
Honestly, nah, bro. Like it was.
They sucked me in with Tony D turning on, and they sucked me in with it with Schism. I was like, okay, they got me. I was like, okay.
But after that I mean, you guys really didn't have any title defense.
I'm sorry, not Schism with Gallus, my bad. But after that, and I'm being honest with you, I don't care about Gallus either. Like, I'm just trying to figure out why Joe Coffey don't tag team with his brother. I don't care about Wolfgang.
Bro, he just
why are you not teaming with your brother? Stupid.
He's just getting in by himself now, bro.
That's it.
Reps. He just need the reps, bro. That's it.
He's like another Ridge Holland to me. Like he's just like another one of those kind of guys. Like if you don't put him in a tag team, he's not gonna stand out.
So you think he's gonna be like more of a Madcap Moss?
I don't think he'll be that bad. I don't think he'll be a Madcap. I think he's going to be. If I had to give Joe Coffey, I think. I don't want to say this. I think he's gonna be. What was your boy that tagged with Zack Ryder?
Kurt Hawkins?
Not Kurt Hawkins, the big dude that won the Andre Battle Royal. What's my guy name? I can't even remember my man's name now. He's so.
I might have been out in the cold somewhere when that happened.
I think no. You know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he was even watching WWE at the time.
I'm probably out in the cold.
What's my guy's name?
I can't remember that guy's name, dog.
Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley.
I think he's gonna be a Mojo Rawley. He's gonna end up a Mojo Rawley kind of thing.
I was around with Mojo.
They because he won the Andre Battle Royal.
Yeah,
they tried to do the face paint story with him. It didn't work, but I think they'll do something like that with Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey's gonna end up being one of them dudes if he don't stay in NXT for the bulk of his career. When Trips does start NXT Europe, he'll make him a showcase there.
Right.
But I don't think Joe Coffey is a main roster guy. He don't have a personality like that. He's got a good look. He's one of them big burly dudes.
Yeah.
But he's not a
give you what you want to see on the main roster, get on the mic, have a good match, keep it pushing.
Breaking news. Oh,
yeah.
NWA is going through some cost cutting and production cutting measures. Brett Lauderdale just tweeted, I guess, some news coming from NWA. Another cost-cutting measure that House of Wrestling learned about is that most NWA talent can no longer fly in the day before shows. By doing so, the NWA no longer has to pay extra hotel costs, which they had been footing the bill up, up until now. NWA has been paying for flights and hotels for talent, which is different than a standard WWE deal, which usually only covers flights. Paying for hotels has been considered an incentive for talent to work for NWA to compensate for their lower pay compared to the more prominent companies. From what we are told, AEW also pays for their talent's hotel rooms. NWA talent will, continue to have their hotels paid for on the night of tapings. If tapings go for more than one day, they will have their hotel paid for on the night of the taping before they fly out the day after the final day. I'm gonna reread that because
that was confusing.
I'm trying to figure out how I got that out. Okay.
You said it so perfectly.
I
did.
did. I enunciated all of that. Okay.
Because I was like, huh?
Yeah, I got lost reading it, but I was like, just make it to this period. Make it to the end of this because this is confusing. Okay. If the tapings go for more than one day, they'll have their hotel paid for on the night of each taping before they fly out the day after the final day. I'm not gonna try and figure out what that means.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
That's one of them things they sneak in your contract where a lawyer a lawyer can tell you what it means, but in layman's terms, you about to get screwed. The January tapings are tentatively scheduled for 2 nights, so the talent will get their hotel paid for both nights. But that's it.
That's it.
NWA killed themselves with that cocaine angle.
Bro, yeah.
That is.
Hey, how they do it?
Look, back in the day, this meant something different, you know. This was a little, but now NWA. Listen, that is a new verb. Y'all done NWA'd. That is.
Hey, bro. Tony Khan get the last laugh too, bro. He get the last laugh too. He said, "Look, see y'all trying to pick on me. Look where y'all at.
And look at where y'all at.
NWA.
Hey, and y'all ain't even seen me with the blow.
Hey,
dog. But me, okay. In Black, you can help attest to it. What was James Mitchell thinking? You are a veteran of the industry. You should have looked at Billy Corgan and been like, "Hey, bro, listen,
we're not doing
this. We are not doing this.
Let's get the bag first,
and then we can do what. But you know what though, and you know what, you can't even do that because that's what happened with WSX. Remember Wrestling Society X on MTV?
Yeah.
Back when Vampiro and Teddy Hart, they got the bag, and then they had the throwing the fireball and the exploding coffins, and they got canceled. Like the last 2 episodes never actually aired.
MTV had no business anyway in the business.
They had no business. Well, you know what though? I actually liked it though. It was gritty. They had musical performances, like the Filth and the Fury as a tag team. Matt Cross. They had musical performances during the show.
You make it seem like it's something like they had some musical.
But we were still in that era.
We were still in the era where we just wanted other wrestling outside of WWE.
We wouldn't do that. You can't
look, it was a celebrity death. Bruh, MTV has tried. They had celebrity death. They had WCW on spring break.
Yeah.
MTV been trying.
MTV has some raunchy.
You know what? Now that MTV is not music television now, but like that might have been a good deal for NWA to try and go do. Because they need something other than ridiculousness.
They better go to Sci-Fi.
Listen, I don't understand how Rob Dyrdek got the bag, but that man owned. It is no longer MTV. It's RTV. It's ridiculousness television. Because turn to MTV right now. I guarantee you something's on, and then a ridiculousness episode is probably on.
The only long-lasting show that mattered besides 16 and Pregnant.
Besides 16 and Pregnant and Wild and Out, that's it. And Wild and Out on VH1 now, ain't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Rob Dyrdek television. Like we're talking about the same Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Big.
Rest in peace, Big. Who y'all, Navy? That's God bless you, baby.
Like, how do you have the Gimp strippers and then blow? You might even hold up the Gimp strippers, the devil, and then blow. Like, oh, come on, man. I understand I understand your
How do you do it the week? How do you do it the week y'all are negotiating?
And the fact that your pay-per-view was named Sam Hain. You just went all the way bad.
Bro,
it's wild because they weren't supposed to recover from the Jim Cornette eating chicken in Ethiopia. They weren't supposed to recover from that, and they did. And they were.
Look, God already sat there and told them, like, listen, I let y'all get away with it one time. I can't save y'all for this next time.
He tried. He told him about the flood, and he gave them the ark, and them niggas they jumped off the ark and tried to go swim through the storm.
He said, "Listen here, I'm not playing with you. Look, I already know it's gonna slip off your tongue, but I'm trying to give you a little bit of a choice. Don't say it.
Man,
Don't worry about it.
anyway,
Giraffe.
enough of that. Let's get to
I don't want to talk about AEW. That's why I've been trying to think of other topics to stop from talking about AEW because
there's nothing really to talk about.
if we got to talk,
I
I'm
will say
taking the
this.
glasses off. I'm gonna take the glasses
The
off.
good that came out of AEW last night was the promo between Swerve.
I already knew it.
Yeah.
I already knew you was. I already knew. That
You
is
know what
that
I
was
mean? Yeah.
that was it. And Kota
That was-
Ibushi being announced as All Elite. Hey,
No, because
No.
look, I saw what you did last night before you was announced.
wait though, but wait. In that chaos came a beautiful spot. Because when Cage clotheslined him off that bike, I was like, yo.
He did.
He did clean clock his rump off that
I
bike.
mean, he cleaned
Folded
the
him.
clock.
He
I
got
was like,
folded.
But
nah,
other
when
than
he
that,
suplexed him on
He
that
got
bike, I was
folded.
like, oh my.
why? Like
I
I understand. Now, was last
don't
night
understand.
there? Hold on, I'm gonna make you understand. Last night was their WWE The Miz zombie match. That was that. It was a cross promotion with Sega. That's what that was last night. It was still stupid. I would rather watch the zombie.
It ain't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Well, the worst that I've seen that can kind of match up to that was that whole Jeff Jarrett and whatever that was.
The chainsaw joint.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre match. Yeah, that was bad.
That was bad. That was bad.
You guys to do better for Jeff Jarrett that night. Yeah.
That was bad. No, I'm not gonna do him like that, but that was bad. But Ibushi coming down in that bicycle, just tapping folks with that little pipe.
Tapping.
Really
love
bad.
tapping.
What was that?
Tony was like, "Hey, just love tapping."
He was like, don't hit him to hit him. Just
First of all, I almost thought he couldn't ride a bike, but
I ain't gonna lie. When he was coming down that ramp, I was like, bro, if you fall trying to do this,
do the brakes. Do the brakes, dog.
Don't hit the wrong brake though. Like you ever been riding a bike and hit the front brake by accident?
Yeah.
Look, it's abrupt. It's
no, it really is. It's literally it ain't never a slow mo. It ain't never one of those. It's like legs come up like.
And look,
but besides that,
breaks.
Full gear
try to
card.
get your hands down and try to catch yourself. Yeah, no.
Full gear card. How do y'all?
Yeah. Let's just talk about the full gear card because Dynamite was trash last night.
Yeah,
that was disgusting.
It was embarrassing.
And I'm gonna be honest. So wait. Before we go full gear, how do we feel about the Young Cucks full heel again and being removed as EVPs?
I don't care. I really don't care.
I love it.
I love that idea. That should have never even been a thing.
I mean, I love that idea. I just don't care about them.
I like the dynamic that they're going against their guy.
Okay,
that's their guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and the jealousy that they're having with Jericho and Omega's union, I guess you can say.
But we've already done that though. But we already did it with Omega and Paige in them. Like y'all are spinning y'all wheels again now.
But I think it's more towards Jericho than it is
It's
Omega.
Just towards Jericho.
Yeah. And I think the reason why because Jericho always talks about, he put AEW on his back, and
why is he still featured? Like featured.
Because who else they
Jericho, man.
They got all these three brands.
I'm gonna skip a match and save it because I want to talk. I'm gonna skip a match and save it for the end because I want to talk about it. But we're gonna run through the full.
Oh, you mean that, man? Oh no, not that.
We gonna. So I guess the pre-show match, the buy-in or whatever they call it, is going to be MJF and to be announced versus the Guns for the Ring of Honor Wars. Love that match. Get the belts off of him. Put him on the Guns. Let the Guns make some Ring of Honor belt other than the women's title mean something.
Yeah.
Let the Guns go nuts with this. They should be the AEW tag champs still. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Can we say Samoa Joe will be his tag team partner?
No.
And cost him the belt.
Black, if that's what they do, I'm gonna be so mad.
There's no if you're gonna make that man relinquish the damn Ring of Honor championship in the ring, just get him away from Ring of Honor.
You weren't here last week, right? How did you feel about that?
I was like, what was the freaking point? You should have just lost it to Keith Lee.
And you know what? He didn't even have to lose with Keith Lee. That tournament that they got coming up, what's the name of it, Black?
Oh, you talking? I don't be following like that,
He
bro.
is Mr. Listen, he
said
is Mr. AEW, and I'm talking about the AEW tournament that they got coming up.
Oh, you talking the Continental Classic?
Oh,
You could have put the Ring of Honor
I thought you
championship.
talking about the Ring of Honor.
No, you could have put the Ring of Honor
game.
television championship at the end of that as an added bonus and had Keith Lee win it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to book properly, Tony. But never mind. Sorry. Anyway, back to what we was talking about. I don't like that because I don't want Joe overshadowing the Guns.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because now the story is no longer about the Guns winning the belts. It's about MJF getting beat up by Joe or costing them, and then their win means nothing. So you're starting their run off as a meaningless run. You know what I mean?
Or
like I want them to.
Or could it be Wardlow?
So okay. I'm only okay with it being Wardlow if Wardlow comes in, tags himself in power and leaves. Don't make it. Don't go. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because Wardlow's not gonna outshadow anybody anymore. Like Wardlow, they missed the window to make him this generation's Batista. I don't think you can even fix it at this point.
Yeah. So,
I like that idea. I'm fine with Wardlow coming in and doing that.
Because it can go either or. Like if you insert either piece in there for the championship match, we get some foolery.
Yeah, it's not some tomfoolery. Some shenanigans are gonna happen.
We know. I don't know why I didn't think of this guy.
Who?
Adam.
Oh my God, Roddy, dog, Adam. Shout out to Roderick Strong. We're gonna be meeting him. Adam. I mean, and Adam and he be right there, bruh. I'm sorry. Is this the best character run of Roderick Strong's career?
Yeah. Because he never really had a character
ever. I mean, I did like what he was doing with Diamond Mine, but
man, I love that Diamond Mine. God, I
hate especially the Malcolm Bivens and Roderick Strong with the Creed's Diamond Mine. Love it.
Diamond Mine was.
Yeah. Ooh. I hate because if they were focused on NXT right now, Roddy probably would be in the world title hunt.
Yeah.
And the Creeds and Roddy would be over as a face, and the Creeds would. Oh my God. And we're gonna talk about the Creeds because I want to see what Ivy Nile is gonna end up doing. But second, so I'm gonna go down how they have it listed. This probably isn't the lineup, which it actually probably should be because it actually looks kind of good this way.
International.
Hikaru Shida versus Timeless Tony Storm. Tony needs to win this clean, right?
Tony has to win this, bro.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I love
Shida, but
Tony is on a different she's in a different stratosphere now.
She acting, darling. She acting.
Yeah.
She acted. Look,
she got the acting chops.
You want an orange?
Tony apparently got in trouble. Tony Schiavone apparently got in trouble.
I heard.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy, John Moxley, do not care about this match. Don't care about after we've seen how you beat him up last time. There is nothing you can do to make me feel like this. Orange Cassidy and John Moxley. There's nothing you can do to make me care about this match.
I think that whole idea of him getting whooped out like that is because of all the stuff he went through and then finally getting to that point.
That's fine.
He had nothing left.
He had nothing left. That's fine.
Orange Cassidy had nothing left. This time around, I think Orange Cassidy, the way he dropped that promo, I ain't never seen dude be that serious.
I seen him talk like that.
And actually put sentences together.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be wild. It's going to be a bloodbath, of course, because who's in it.
Because he can't come down the ramp and not bleed.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be one of those matches. I mean,
you're going to trip up.
I care. I don't know. I like it a little bit.
I don't care about that match. I do, however, care about this Texas death match with Swerve Strickland versus not that guy, Adam Page.
Bro.
Yeah.
He needs to win clean. I don't want to see a part 3.
Who, Adam?
No.
Who, Adam?
No, Swerve. Swerve needs to move on from Adam. At this point now.
I don't think Swerve gonna win, bro.
I don't think he's gonna win. I think he needs to. I don't think he's going to, but I think he needs to. This needs to be a clean, concise. There is no question that Swerve is head and shoulders next in line, so that he can go ahead and grab either the TNT title or the international championship and make it his until. Because whatever belt he wins needs to be treated like the 1994 Intercontinental Championship. This is us showing he's next. After we finish and get through our season, Swerve is next. Whatever belt he wins, don't matter.
2024 Swerve year.
So
absolute, gotta be.
Did Adam gain back his the fans back with that promo, with what he showed?
I think he did that night, but I don't think at the paper. I think at the pay-per-view it's gonna be a Swerve's house kind of thing. It's gonna be head
Swerve loses, we riot.
Oh yeah, big facts. No, big facts. Yeah, big facts. The Golden Jets still don't understand why that's y'all name. Stupid. Yeah. Versus the Young Cucks. If the Jets win, they get the Bucks world tag title shot. If the Bucks win, the Jets have to disband. I don't care about this match because I don't care about the Golden Jets to begin with, and I don't care about the Young Cucks.
I don't either.
Whatever.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart versus Sky Blue.
Okay.
Big meaty women slapping meat.
This is the one I've been.
Julia Hart needs to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Julia Hart will win. And the reason why I say that,
you're saying will. Oh, so you
will. I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying she will win because we don't know what Sky Blue is really at right now.
We do not know.
We don't know where she's at mentally, and I feel like she's going to turn on. Well, not necessarily turn on Statlander, but she's going to cost Statlander. She's going to join House of Black.
She's going to join House of Black.
Yeah,
it's about time for Statlander.
I that. Anyway. Yeah, it's time. Nobody cares about this run. This is her. This is her. Adam Page world title run. Yeah. Like, don't care. You sent Jade to WWE. And did nothing with it. Like, how do you
floundered?
How are you the person to how are you Kevin Nash and Goldberg in the Goldberg scenario do nothing with it? Okay. I love Julia Hart winning that belt. I love the slow burn that they're going with her. Yeah. I still hope that they just go ahead and make Collision the House of Black show. Might as well. And do what they're gonna do with that. 4-way tag titles for the AEW World titles. I don't care about FTR anymore. Like, it's wild that AEW has legit killed
FTR with her.
My enthusiasm about FTR. Like, I was angry for so long that it took them so long to win the belts, and then I was angry that the Bucks wouldn't put them over, and now I just could not care less to see them on my screen.
Well, they
FTR with hair and bald. FTR don't matter. Ricky Starks and Big Bill. I love that Ricky Starks is a champion, but I hate that it's with Big Bill. I hate that they split him and Hobbs up. I still think you had some meat on the bone for like a good 3-month feud with them versus Swerve and Keith Lee before you did the Swerve push.
Damn it, CM Punk.
Hey man, look, Hobbs being passed around like the TNT title.
I mean, because this QT thing is whatever,
House of Black.
You know what? You know what I would have been fine with? Ricky Starks and Daniel Garcia as tag champs.
Ooh, yeah.
I would have. Let them would have been tag champs.
That would be a showcase. That would be some entertainment.
That would have made sense. Yeah. Ricky got the charisma. Y'all are trying to make people care about Daniel Garcia. And he's a legitimate threat in the ring, and Ricky is too. But we don't know booking.
I'll tell you what make people care about Daniel Garcia again. You go ahead and you whoop out Wheeler Yuta and you jump him out of BCC.
Wheeler Yuta.
And you join the BCC. Get him out.
You know what? I would have agreed with you if Bryan Danielson wasn't injured, because people don't care about BCC as long as he's hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Like as long as he's got it, and I hate it for him because it's not his fault. He's at that Kobe stretch of his career right now where your body just can't do it no more.
Hey, it's time to hang it up. Dog.
Roosh and Dragon Listo, and Malachi and Brody King. Brody King and Malachi need to go ahead and win the belts.
Yeah, go ahead. Look. Just say House of Black.
House of Black runs AEW.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make them the Judgment Day. Let them run the show.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
MJF and Jay White.
Trios match.
It's going to be a great match.
Hold on. I skipped that. That's the match I skipped to hold on to. That's the match I skipped. I skipped that one. That's why. It's going to be a great match.
It's going to be a great match.
MJF is plateaued. MJF cannot be any better or bigger than he is in AEW, than he is right now. Yeah. Nothing he can do going forward, no title run he can have, and there's like, because they don't have anybody set up for him to. So like, you know how if he finishes the story, that we're still 6 months away from that being a thing, but we see at the finish line that there isn't anybody like that for MJF now. There's nobody to be able to get that. Oh my God, y'all! It would have been Punk with the real world title thing and all, whatever. It would have been that, but you lost that. It's not Ibushi. It's not Ziggler. It's not Mustafa. It's not Riddle. Like, there's no free agent. It's not Okada, because you had Okada on a Dynamite episode and couldn't pull 1 million viewers.
It's not Will Ospreay.
It's not Will Ospreay. There is nobody built currently in the way his run is constructed and everything now to make the rest of his run feel great. So at this point, I feel like he can lose it to Jay White now.
And plus, he's the longest reigning AEW World Champion. So
you've already done everything you can do with this run. Especially with 2024 coming. I don't think Jay's going to win it, but with 2024 coming, that's why I said what I said about there's nothing left you can do to be bigger, because the only thing that's going to make him big is, where is he going? Is he staying or is he leaving? That's his story now. What are you doing? Are you going to go on the Cody run where you go do some independence before you go there? Are you going to stay and go to Impact and do the Kenny Omega thing and have two? Like, are you going to do something? But where are you going to go? Are you going to go to New Japan and be the new guy?
No, he's not doing New Japan.
You know he's not doing it. You know he ain't, because he got to wrestle too much to go over there. Yeah. He got to wrestle way too much.
And doing executive producing on movies and stuff. Yeah, he's trying to have a career in Hollywood too.
So let's be honest. And let's be honest. He's the next Jade. Like, he's the next Jade Cargill, unfortunately, because I felt like if there was anybody that could have been homegrown to the style of a Roman Reigns or a Randy Orton, or it would have been him. But AEW has lost the amount of momentum that they would have had to be able to elevate him to where he should be. The Max deal would have been it, though. If they would have got on Max and then they would have got exclusive rights to the Iron Claw movie, or something along that.
Yeah.
But they've lost so much momentum now that it's just.
I can see it now. I can see MJF for Cody, MJF for Darren.
Boy, you tell me Triple H would not make MJF and Cody the new Triple H and Shawn Michaels, or Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Do I want MJF to leave? Do I want him to go to WWE? No. But what's waiting for him there will be what will make MJF the MJF that everybody remember when we used to go to PWX shows and they were talking about who's the biggest heel in the world and that's what's waiting for him. The Roman match and on the mic is waiting for him. The unscripted, unfiltered Miz promo battle there is waiting for him. The heel MJF versus face LA Knight is waiting for him. The Cody world title feud is waiting for him. The Seth Rollins and MJF there are matches there that are
Breaker.
MJF versus Carmelo Hayes. I got you one better. Everybody keeps wondering why I say turn Austin Theory heel. Put him in the ring with MJF and turn him face. Put him in the ring with a heel MJF and watch Austin Theory skyrocket to his future. There's so much there waiting for him but it's unfortunate because if they lose him, Jay White's not his replacement. The only person that can come in and be the star, the caliber of him, is a Will Ospreay.
No, it's Adam Cole.
That's it.
I don't think MJF leaves.
I don't think so either.
I
But
don't think so, but
I don't
it's
think he leaves. But I
the
mean, I
look
mean, I
the
get it.
armchair
Everything,
the armchair
armchair
booking is
booking,
beautiful.
yeah, everything you said, I agree with. Yeah,
I think it's gonna be
that'll
like a
be
big swerve. You know how
It's
he
gonna be
is.
a huge swerve, but then the problem becomes is what's now left. You done swerved us. You done gave us our turn because his turn was organic. I'm surprised at how well they pulled off his face turn
yeah,
because it kind of happened without you realizing it happened, but
yeah.
you saw it coming
You saw it
and you
coming.
ended up liking it. You're like, the guy is likable.
Like,
Yeah,
I wondered if he was as likable as he is hateable, and he is. But it's like now what's left? Like there isn't a free agent now. If this was 10 years ago and a Randy Orton was about to be a free agent and was gonna go over there, mm. if this was if this was opportunistic, rated R superstar Adam Copeland, like not this one, but the one from back, if MJF came too late, unfortunately, because now the amount of free agents that are there that could be his guy, his Stone Cold to his Rock, they're all in WWE and they're all locked up, and they ain't going nowhere.
so to kind of get away from him
Uh-huh.
for just a little bit,
No, go ahead. No, I'm fine not
what do you
talking about
think?
that.
Who do you think the so-called, one of the best wrestlers in the world?
It's got
Who
to
do
be Mercedes.
It
yeah,
has to be.
There ain't
It
no
has
other
to be.
name. It's got to be Mercedes or it's got to be Osprey. And Osprey is not ready yet
ready
because
to yeah,
he's not ready yet. Not to announce where he's going
because
because
he got until next year.
apparently Trips is pushing hard. So I know he wants to run his bag up. I know he wants that 6 and 7 million a year deal like
But
Roman them got.
but the only
Yeah.
thing is, he got to work dates. That means
Oh
he got
yeah,
to work.
he's got to
He got to
pull a gun.
work. He
He's
gonna
got to pull a
work.
gun.
Yeah.
He got to come overseas and work.
Yeah.
Does he want to do that, or does he want to sign a contract where he's still able to go wrestle here and wrestle here?
And
Honestly, and that's the
thing.
biggest thing that I was looking at. Like, bro, I really think WWE may be appealing because he know he can grab the bag. But when it comes to flexibility of his schedule and doing what he wants to do and not what somebody else wants him to do, I think he's going to choose what he wants to do every single day, bro. That's
Absolutely, because he's so. And this is the thing. I think Osprey is going to pull the AJ Styles. He's adding to his catalog of matches. He's doing all this stuff so that if he ever does finally go to WWE, the amount of money he's going to get is going to be astronomical.
Yeah.
The place in the card they have to put him is going to be top tier, and then he can have a little 5-year run where he gets a world title, he makes money, he has his WrestleMania moment, and then he can slow down and he can chill. So that I think he's going the AJ route right now, which hey, more power to you, my bro, because the matches you putting on, I'm not a spot guy, but the matches you putting on is matching. You know what I'm saying? I saved this match and skipped past it because it's unfortunate. The trios match of Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland with Ric Flair in their corner.
Why?
Which is why, because there's so much in this match to unpack versus Luchasaurus, Christian Cage, and Nick Wayne. And apparently their stable has a name now.
The deadbeats.
No. I can't make this up. It's so on the nose that it fits where we are.
In society today.
Not in society today, but it fits the unnecessariness of Christian.
Of course it does.
Being Christian.
Of course it does.
The name of the stable is the Patriarchy. So we got another dad reference, but it's like y'all are starting to jump the shark. Like I love the menace that is Christian Cage right now, but when you start doing cheesy stuff like that, you ain't jumped it yet.
It's Christian.
But he's
Christian like.
It's very Christian like. So I have to let it rock. But I'm just like,
brother. What?
The
But
patriarchy.
like,
Come on.
What
to
effort was
all
put in
the
that?
to all the Ric Flair fans out there,
Which I don't know why y'all still exist, but continue.
because they out there.
Oh yeah, they out there.
They need to go to bed.
There's people that still want him to have one more match.
I mean,
I'm seeing it on X.
Look, I was already upset with Tony even signing this man. Anyway, but you being, I get it. I know you're only there because of Sting, but there's no reason for you to be out there with them at all. Like, look, this.
He's gonna get a lick in, bro. He's gonna get a lick in.
He's gonna get hit.
He's gonna get a lick in.
It's Ric Flair, bro.
Look,
like
he's gonna hit the woo.
It's Ric Flair. He is unable to not take attention the way Moxley's unable to not be able to bleed. Like it's a thing. But my thing is this, and this is why I held off of the match.
Multi-year deal out here.
Adam Copeland said that he understood WWE saying, hey, if we see you as much as we see you, it loses its spark. It doesn't become, it's not as special as it should be. So they want him to work lesser dates. But for him being, almost 50, him saying, hey, I'm almost at that point where I can't do this anymore. I want to do it as much as I can. WWE was right because Adam Copeland in AEW is no longer special. I do not care.
I don't.
There is nothing that he can do. And I'm saying this, and y'all know I don't like making proclamations unless I'm absolutely certain. There's nothing Adam Copeland can do in AEW now that will make me care about Adam Copeland in AEW.
Bro, it didn't make me feel special when you only can run to one side
and see. They should have started doing smaller venues, bro. Because that not being able to run to the others, like that's a part of his entrance. Like, we look forward to that, and now we know that when he runs to the other side, the only thing he's looking at is the production team. Like it loses its flair. Now he looked good on Collision.
Nice.
Or I'm sorry, on Dynamite last night. He looked good on Dynamite. Like he looks like he's in shape. The attire's kind of trash. Like I'm waiting on you to come out with some fire gear, but hey, whatever.
I mean, he ain't doing that full gear. Yeah,
I think he'll probably save it for the pay-per-view. But
up from the ceiling.
Jesus. Jesus. So I just don't care. So I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't care about Adam Copeland as much as I don't care about DIY's new theme song. And y'all know, like I said, DIY tattoo on the arm, DIY t-shirt. Look, I got. So for y'all to understand the level of DIY love, these are not shop Ciampa side plates on my belt. These are custom Ciampa side plates on my NXT belt. Like nobody else on the planet has these. That's how much I love that. I love DIY. I don't care about him as much as I don't care about their new theme song. Their new theme song is trash, and I've been holding judgment on anything DIY related for the end of this because we're getting ready to go into our "You Got to Do Better" segment. That new DIY theme is trash, garbage, basura. What else? What's another synonym for trash? Hey Siri. What are the synonyms for trash? Waste material, refuge, litter, debris, drunk, sweepings, remains, droppings. That new theme song is terrible.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We might not even need to do that segment tonight. I think we've already let it be known
that you guys to do better about that. I am better. So anytime they come out, I mute this.
Skipping the segment tonight, man. We done did it for tonight.
I mute the TV when DIY comes out now, and I care. Yeah. I care less about Adam Copeland and AEW than I do that. Damn, that's all you can say. Where's Ron Simmons at? That's all you can say. Because why?
Damn.
Like why is this show pay-per-view debut for AEW?
Well, what?
Why is this his pay-per-view debut match for AEW? A trios match with Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne and Christian Cage on the other side. Like, bro, come on, dog.
The lizard, man.
Oh man, you got
Luchasaurus. Dog, like, come on. Like, so okay. So wait. Because I want to make sure everybody understands. I actually don't hate Luchasaurus. I hate the gimmick of Luchasaurus. Because let's be honest.
But what else can he be? He's Luchasaurus.
Bro, I'd rather you had came back and been Judas Devlin again then. Dog, take the mask off because he's impressive. He has a great look. He's decent in the ring. Dog. Like you are Kane with a Bastion Booger style gimmick.
Yeah, he's definitely not Jungle Express Luchasaurus.
No, he was over.
Yeah.
This Luchasaurus, Christian stole his thunder when he took the belt and he was calling himself the TNT champion
every week.
Because then you lost the belt to Christian.
Yeah.
And now we know you can't, there's nothing you can do to go face. Like you can't go back and win the belt from him because you just turned heel.
You stuck.
Yeah.
Bro.
Come on, dog.
You got to do better.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, you got to do better.
This sound like that we giving Tony Khan, he got to do better every week. Bro.
And that's what because WWE production team with that DIY theme, you got to do better.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck when I say this. This is another Carlito. Ooh, Lamar Jackson with a 51-yard. Is that a touchdown pass? Oh, just a regular pass to OBJ. Okay. Well, hey, OBJ still got it. OBJ. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I care more about Wheeler Yuta than I care about the new DIY theme song.
I know you lying.
I ain't.
It's tragic. It's a tragic day.
They came out with fire attire.
Hey, their attire is fresh though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's fresh. And then you hear that we are DIY. This made me want to turn. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. The first time. And then they did it dirty because the first time they came out was when the Miz was walking back.
Hey, and it look, Miz probably looking like, what the hell got Miz?
You know, he got back to Gorilla like,
what the hell was y'all playing?
Y'all really came out to that?
And
then Gargano made an IG post like, I hope you guys love our. No, we don't.
I really wanted you guys to really connect with this.
Nobody.
For the fans.
No. I would rather them come out to that Rebel Heart remix that he came back with.
Hey, they need to ask the Street Profits where they got their theme music from.
Shout out to the Street Profits new theme song again, though. Like, shout out.
Hey,
if you play WWE 2K, I'm gonna drop a 2K nugget real quick. In order to make the Street Profits be a heel theme on 2K, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, switch them to Trick Williams' theme song and have them come out to the Hurt Business tag team entrance move, and they look heel. They come out and they look like they're about their business. Just throwing it out there, and then change their heel winning entrance to the Trick and Mellow one. And now you have a heel Street Profit because I just turned them heel on my universe, and I love it. That's how I had to get off of the DIY theme song because I can go for the next 45 minutes about how much I hate it. Like I just despise that theme song, bro. Like
everybody pray for Carlito Cannon. You know, like I said, if they need any more themes, they need to hit up Carlito the Cannon.
No, they don't, because I promise you, listen.
They'll have a Drake thing.
Hey, man, listen. I would rather listen to Honestly Nevermind on repeat. Got to do better. Hey, bro, shout out to Andre 3000 for dropping the Flute album in 39 minutes. I'm gonna listen to it.
He is. He's dropping it.
It's like
I saw his interview today on GQ.
It's like 8 tracks. It's like 8 tracks, and it's gonna be an hour long. Like, dog, you better be riding this flute. Pause.
Hey,
Whoa, bro.
buddy.
Whoa.
nah,
Talk.
flag on the play, buddy.
Where's Cameron? Where's Cameron and Mace when you need him?
Hey, buddy.
Bro, this flute better be riding the beat. Like I better be over here. I better be in the car feeling like we in Aladdin and there's a whole new world out here. Because you really dropped a flute album.
You dropped a flute album.
Hey, but what's his old TV show? The one he came out with on Cartoon Network?
House of, what is it? I don't even remember. House of 3000, whatever it was. If I turn if I turn it on the first track and a banger, I'm gonna be mad. Because like dog, you like for real drop. Like, come on, bro.
He's in his zen, man. He's zenning right now.
Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drake and J. Cole for coming up with a tour of the worst possible city lineup in history. Like, did y'all see that city lineup?
Yeah.
Like,
they doing doublers, ain't they?
For the cats that didn't see the tour lineup, I think I deleted it. That's how bad it was.
Man. They'll be in, for all my Tennessee, Nashville folks. They'll be there twice.
They'll be in Nashville twice. Yeah, they'll be in Memphis too. Listen, my fiance said we can't go to Memphis because people get shot out there, and I was like, no, you're right though. Like, I know when he drops that joint that sample joint from Memphis though. When he drops that out there, they're gonna go crazy for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna go crazy for that.
Yeah, they're
gonna go crazy for that. But what? And then the name of the tour is stupid too. The name of the tour is what's the name of this? It's All a Blur, Big as the What tour. What?
Nah, what?
For real, dog. But the cities, though. The cities listed for this tour are... I can't... I'm still trying to figure out how J. Cole going on tour and don't come to North Carolina. They're going to Denver twice, then San Antonio. What Charles Barkley said about San Antonio? Ain't nothing there but big women and churros. They got some big old women and churros.
Big old women.
Oklahoma City, then New Orleans twice, which is okay. That's a good. Then they're going to Tampa and Nashville twice. Then St. Louis, Pittsburgh, which is the armpit of the U.S., Columbus, Ohio twice. Then Cleveland. Listen, if that album don't sound like the Boondocks theme, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be tight. Then, if he don't at least sample that on a song, I'm gonna be mad. Then they're going to Columbus, Cleveland, Buffalo,
Buffalo,
Kansas City, Memphis, and then listen to this. After Memphis, they going to Lexington, Kentucky.
Rupp Arena,
Belmont Park, New York, and then this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting.
Where they going?
Belmont Park, New York, State College, Pennsylvania,
State.
Sunrise, Florida, and Birmingham, Alabama will all be without J. Cole. It's only Drake. Dog, this might be the worst tour in the history of tours. Somebody was like, "This is all the dates they had to cancel last time they was on tours." Bro, that's unfortunate. I probably would have just left them canceled because y'all gonna have to cancel shows again because ain't nobody going to that.
All right. For all the dogs are trash.
And I'm not driving to Nashville to go see Drake and J. Cole. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you that right now.
I'm just going to tell you that.
I don't care if we drop Scary Hours 2 Friday tomorrow. I don't care.
He's supposed to be dropping it in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Scary Hours 3 coming in 45 minutes. Andre 3000 album coming in 45 minutes.
I'm playing Andre 3000 first. I don't care.
I'm scared.
They're probably going to put you to sleep.
I'm scared to play it, bro. We already basically did you guys. Drake and J. Cole, you got to do better.
You guys
Andre 3000, we're gonna hold it for next week.
We're gonna hold on
after we listen to this album because I feel like everybody's gonna listen to this album. I feel like it's gonna be number one on stream. It's gonna be number one on streaming.
But guess what, Andre 3000? Your name is not gonna save your ass, if you know what I mean.
Oh, it ain't, bro. Understand something. If this is as bad as the DIY theme song, You gonna get hit with
Got to do better.
you gonna be the leader of the segment for you guys to do better.
Shout out to C Breezy for dropping 1111. He did a great job. I think better than
Haven't
his
listened
last
to it yet.
album. Oh,
Does he have another Talking About on there? If not, I don't care because that's my song. I'm still listening to Talking About.
bro, he got a couple. Bro, he got a couple of them.
Like it's that's my,
no, bro, he got a couple of them.
Trigger Trey, let him know where to find you at, bro.
Man, I ain't got to really get into it, man. Y'all already know. Look below. If anything, at official OVO sound _11. Y'all know where to catch me at.
Bro, he just said he's not gonna get into it and then drop his handle anyway. Hey man, he's not here. So this week, 211, y'all can find Mr. 211 at Man of Steel _BTB on the IG. And don't worry about him on X or anywhere else because his likes are don't worry about him.
Disabled.
I'm surprised he ain't in X jail. Y'all can find me on IG at Carlito _Cannon, TikTok, Carlito Cannon, X Carlito Cannon, everywhere Carlito Cannon. That's y'all already know who it is. Blackout, let them know where to find you at, brother.
Man, y'all can find me on Instagram at Blackout _Jones. You can find me on Facebook, Blackout Jones. Nah, I ain't giving you my ex.
Nah, I love your ex name, by the way, though. Like, it's because it's dope. It's dope.
We don't give out exes. I mean,
no, we don't give out exes. All right. But y'all already know.
You didn't catch it, bro. You didn't catch it, bro.
Nah, you're right. Nah, you're right. Yeah, nah, you're right. Episode 17 in the books. We got 3 more episodes this season, and then we're gonna take a short break. But I promise y'all, the content we got coming for y'all, the interviews we got coming for y'all, the reels we got coming for y'all. Y'all are not ready for what's coming. It's gonna be. Oh, that's what I was waiting on. I was trying to figure out how to get that. I want to get one of those.
You got to see both thumbs up.
Let me see if I can. Hey! Black. Sorry, bro. It's look. It's sorry.
Oh, y'all
look. That's gonna get censored later, sir. Yeah. So, can we get the storm? Can we? Yeah, go. It's just those
Jesus.
But nah, shout out to Ashe Wrestling December 1st. Check that out. Darius Lockhart got a serious show coming y'all way in Grady Cole Center in Charlotte. WrestleCade next weekend.
BTB
Thanksgiving weekend. BTBP in the building all weekend. If you see the logo, come shout us out.
Tap in
with us. We appreciate the love. We appreciate y'all for following us through 17 episodes already. We got 3 more coming y'all way, and then we're gonna take a small break, reset. But after that, it's grind time.
Season
2 on the way. Other than that, though, it's been real tonight, and we'll catch y'all next week. Deuces.